Now to a story you'll see only on CBS News Miami tonight. A local council member is apologizing to his community after repeatedly using a racial slur during a public meeting last week. CBS News Miami's Anna McAllister joins us live from El Portal with reaction from residents there. Anna?
Lauren, residents spoke with passion and concern as they addressed El Portal councilman Anders Urbom, and he did apologize, and he said that he, quote, used that word to express how people talk. But the folks who showed up here tonight say what he said last week was completely unacceptable.
As elected officials, we should hold ourselves to an even higher standard when it comes to professionalism and decorum.
El Portal Mayor Omar Nickerson addressing the village council and residents at the beginning of Tuesday night's council meeting after Councilman Anders Urbom received backlash for using the N-word twice at a meeting last week.
I am sorry and I apologize. I quoted these hateful words. I am deeply remorseful. At
the end of last Thursday's planning and zoning meeting, Urbom wanted to bring up an issue he's seen in the community: Border Patrol agents stopping people.
It just seemed odd that a CPB officer was doing a traffic stop.
At the end of his retelling of the traffic stop, he continued.
Guys, I don't know how to tell you this, so I'm just going to tell you it like this. I'm going to explain to you exactly why every white person in this country who voted for Trump is a racist piece of shit. I'm going to tell you that right now. How do you wink at it? How do you wink at it?
Oh my God, please stop.
All right, mother. I learned that from a 10-year-old son of a police detective in my hometown growing up. His father, a police detective, his best friend, another police detective. All right? My entire existence growing up, yeah, walk away. Walk away.
Vice Mayor Darian Martin was quick to respond.
I do understand that you're trying to make a point, but even in trying to make a point, I do think it is a grossly offensive word to be mentioned in any context. I find it offensive, so I'll personalize it for you, that even though I understand that you're trying to make a statement, I actually don't understand it, but it appears as though you're trying to make a statement. And in addition to that, I share some of those feelings about what is going on in the greater world. I do say that as a white man, you should not be saying the N-word in any context, and I take great offense to it. And I think that you owe us an apology.
I will certainly apologize. I mean no offense to anyone other than white Christians who voted for Trump.
5 days later, Urbom apologized again.
all slurs should be globally buried. I acknowledge and understand that the word I use, no matter the context, is beyond offensive and even traumatizing. None of this excuses my choice to use the word. I am sorry.
Residents giving mixed reactions.
Thank you for your apology. I just wanted to go on record that I found your words to be incredibly offensive and vile.
But I am very appreciative to find that this is your tone tonight and that you are taking responsibility.
I don't care what nobody says. Sometimes you're the only one saying no for us, okay?
Prior to Tuesday's meeting, we spoke to the local leader of the NAACP about the councilman's choice of words.
There were other words, another way that he could have used to express his concerns. While we do acknowledge his apology and we understand the seriousness of Border Patrol and customs in our neighborhoods, those words do not have to be used against anyone.
When we asked residents if Urbom should face consequences,
that's not up for me to decide. You know, it's up to the village to voice their opinion. I'm not going to say he should do anything. I'm extremely disappointed, obviously.
And I spoke to the councilman after the meeting wrapped up tonight. I spoke to him off camera, and he told me that he wants to focus on rebuilding the relationships that he's broken. But for now, reporting live from El Portal, Anna McAllister, CBS News, Miami.